Hi, everyone. I'm Autistic Ange. This is a podcast for adults who recently found out they're autistic and are looking for other autistic people like them. This is a post-surgery recording, and wow, have I realized how important having control is for me. If you're listening, you know what I mean when it comes to control. We like to control situations, our environments, we like to know how things will go so we're not surprised. And this whole surgery thing has, I don't think that spooked is the right word. I don't even know why I would say that word, but this surgery has taken away a lot of my control. And I've never experienced that before. I've had to be completely dependent on people. And other than my childhood for basic necessities is what I had to depend on my family for basic necessities because I wasn't really getting a whole lot of, anything else from them. But aside from that, I've never had to fully rely on people to take care of me. And it feels weird. I won't go into all the gory details about the surgery. But I've been out. I had the surgery. It'll be a week tomorrow, that I've had it. And, oh my God, the thing they pulled out of me was 37 pounds. And I am not even going to go back into my lack of awareness. I need to still process all that shit. That is going to take me a while to work through the fact that, I still didn't know what was going on with my body like that. It's embarrassing in and of itself. But, when I was at the hospital, when I woke up, I was in the recovery room and, hey, has anybody ever had a catheter in them? Because that is the fucking worst. That I've never had a catheter and I woke up and I had to leave it in overnight. I asked 3 times, please take this out. Please take this out. Let me just get up and go to the bathroom. And they wouldn't do it. God. And so there's one thing, I can't have a catheter out. Sounds like something stupid, I guess, but those things are painful and they're uncomfortable. And my nurse, one of my nurses had later on told me that she had a sister that had surgery, and the sister, she'd woken up, she had a catheter, and she threatened to leave AMA if they didn't take the catheter out of her. And so they took it out. And I was thinking, why didn't I think of that? Because you know why I didn't think of that? Because I don't have the balls to do that. I don't think I would ever be I'm leaving unless you take this out. I can't do that. How mortifying. So yeah, so I couldn't control that. And I also noticed that they put these vibrating cuffs on my calves to prevent blood clots. So I had to keep those on for I probably was supposed to keep them on longer, but I managed to get out of them after 24 hours because I got up and started taking laps around the floor. And I was see, I'm moving, my feet are moving. I don't need these cuffs. So they took those off because I was walking. And I felt everything that came out of me or off of me was more freedom. So I had been at the hospital only a few days, and was 2 nights. And they were supposed to keep me an extra day, but I legit was doing fine on Friday and they let me go. But my entire stay during that hospital, I've never stayed in a hospital that long. I've never had major surgery. I've never experienced constant pain. It just does not go away. Just constant pain. So, I'm in this hospital. I have all these things strapped up to me. I have to just figure out how to get them off of me by I won't say manipulating, but coercing or something the nurses into just get this shit off of me. And then the pain, Whew, I've never ever experienced just constant pain. And it does not stop, and they do not give out opiates like they used to. Once again, I got like a 5 milligram oxycodone like here and there, and those don't do shit for me because they're only 5 milligrams. But anyways, so like I had to deal with just like constant pain and no control over that. What else? I had roommates. They weren't actually that bad. The first roommate I had was loud as fuck. Like, she was so deaf. The entire floor could hear her when she was on the phone, and they could also hear the other person because she had the other person on speaker. So that was, I mean, I was kind of like too out of it to give a shit. So I just put some headphones on and, was in and out of sleep. And then the second night, after that lady left, I got this new lady who was like an old hippie. She was so cute and she was so nice. So we chatted for a bit, and like it was weird because I don't usually like chatting with people I don't know. But it feels different when you're in a hospital, I guess. Like you're commiserating together, if that's the right word. But I actually liked talking to the lady, so that wasn't too bad. But yeah, like I couldn't do anything without the approval of one of the nurses, and I just had to stay in that damn bed. And like the second day I was making laps around the floor. Like I was in pain, but I was able to walk because I at least had control over that. So that's why I probably took so many laps, because nobody could stop me. It was I don't think I'll ever forget the experience. Not to mention the people, like those nurses, those doctors, they're so fucking busy all the time. You constantly hear them in and out of rooms, taking care of patients, doing this, doing that. And the entire time, they all were super professional and friendly. The only one that showed a little annoyance was the lady that I asked 3 times to take that damn catheter out, but I don't blame her. I'd probably get annoyed too. But I was pleasantly surprised at like just how nice everybody was. Another thing that was weird for me was having to press that button to ask for help with different things, because I don't know how you guys are. I don't even know if this is an autistic thing, if I'm not sure if this is a me thing or if this is part of autism, but I don't like asking for help. I mean, I'm not like as bad as I used to be. Oh, dry mouth. Hold on. I'm sure that's so gross to listen to. But yeah, what was I saying? Every time I take a break, I forget like what I was saying. Dun, dun, dun. What was I saying? Pain. Sorry about that. I'm just going to have to move on. Maybe I'll come back to it and not even realize it. I don't know. But anyways, constant pain. I know there was a point. I'm sorry, guys. This is the first time recording in like a bit, and I'm a little like out of it. I'm not on any meds. I'm not even on marijuana. This is just my normal self. But anyways, maybe I'll remember whatever it was some other time. But yeah, so after I get out of the hospital, I can't do anything. I can barely walk. And here comes Alicia, my wife, to my rescue. She's the best caregiver I've ever had. My parents were shitty. Every time I would get sick or something like that, my mom could care less. And she blamed me like it was my fault I had gotten sick all those times or whatever. But my wife not one time made me feel like a burden. I made myself feel like a burden. I do plenty of that myself, but she didn't do anything to make me feel like that. She didn't sound annoyed. Now I know what I was going to say. Sorry. The constant pressing the button at the hospital. That's what it was. Yeah. So I don't like to ask for help. Sorry, guys. I know this is all over the place. I don't even know why I'm recording. I probably shouldn't even publish this. I probably sound manic, but I'm just neurotic. But yeah, having to push that button. Please help me get up so I can go to the bathroom. please give me some more pain meds? Can you please give me some more water? Can I take these things off now? Like, I wasn't constantly pressing, but like, I was pressing that button more than I wanted to because I don't want to bother anybody. Because I'm laying in bed and I'm hearing these people running around doing their work, and I'm like, man, like, is my issue really that important for me to push this button right now and ask for help for? Like, stupid, irrational thoughts like that, but I couldn't help it. But I was forced to. Like, I literally could not do things for myself, and I've never had that experience before. And, you know, like, prior to having surgery, I told myself, yep, I'll be fine. Like, a couple days, I'll be good to go. And it's way easier when you can think that, because it's not at all true when you have the surgery. Like, that, none of that shit's true. Like, you can't do crap. At least I couldn't. Oh, and another bit of a tangent. Not only did they pull this 35, 37 pound fucking bowling ball out of me, I got the doctor to take a picture of it because I asked her before they knocked me out. I was like, you need to take a picture of this because I have to see what it looks like. Because it'll be out of me. It won't gross me out at that point. I'll be able to look at it. So she took a picture and she showed it to me on my last day in the hospital when she came to see me to do like the checkout stuff. And it was gross. It's like, imagine like Thanksgiving's coming up. This is the only way I can describe it. It's like, you know, the thing that you put a turkey in? What the fuck is that called? A basin or something? I don't know. It looked like a turkey. Like, it was just this huge round white gelatinous lump sitting in what looked like a turkey would sit in when you about to put it in the oven. It was so gross. So fucking gross. And so not only did they have to take that out, but they also had to do a full hysterectomy. And it was because the thing was, they called it a borderline tumor. So I guess the pathology stuff is going to take a while to come back, but they couldn't take any chances. So they went ahead and gave me a hysterectomy, which, you know, I knew was a possibility. I just really didn't think it would get to that point. So, the pain I'm in, like, is a bit more than I thought I would be because I really wasn't expecting to have a hysterectomy. So I'm going to have to process that too, because it's just a lot that's happened. But anyways, back to my wife. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. Like I said, she's been awesome. And I consider myself a very empathetic person. But, you know, when you have somebody literally like doing everything, almost everything for you, and it's very humbling. Like, I had to accept that, like, for the first couple of days, I couldn't even go to the bathroom on my own. I needed her to pull my pants down and up, and couldn't bend, couldn't wash myself, couldn't brush my teeth, couldn't stand for very long. She did everything for me. I'm way better now. Like, it's been less than a week, but like, I feel way, way better, and I'm doing way more for myself now. But I've never experienced something like that before. And part of me was like, do I deserve to be treated like this? I mean, she's so busy already. Like, why is she doing all this stuff for me? She must be getting stressed out or something. I don't know. Like, it's weird. And, I'll talk more about, like, my parents and stuff another time. I keep, like, avoiding that subject. But just the comparison between, like, how my wife has taken care of me and how I've ever been taken care of, it's just crazy. Like, she makes me feel loved. She makes me feel cared for. This probably sounds very cheesy, but, you know, like, being different my whole life and then not really understanding why they don't treat me very kindly, like why my own family didn't really treat me very kindly. And then this person who comes into your life does everything for you that you've always wanted somebody to do for you, if that makes sense. But, like, I'm not going to lie, like, the first, like, 3-4 days of me being at home, I struggled because I wanted control. Like, I wanted to be able to do things for myself. I wanted to try to practice bending over. Like, I wanted to do them thing, but, sorry, words. Okay. Words are having a hard time coming to my mouth all the fucking time. But, yeah. This has been something else. I don't like not having control. And that makes me sound very controlling, but it's not, it's a very vulnerable, and I have spent my life unknowingly masking to hide who I am as a person. And when you have somebody literally doing everything for you, you can't hide. It's so vulnerable. I've never had anybody wash me before, like, you know, other than like as a child. But like, that's never happened. I've never not been able to just prop myself up and get up on my own. Like, I couldn't do anything the first 4 days. So that really messed with me, but I grew to accept it and appreciate that, you know, hey, at least I have somebody who loves me this much to take care of me like this. Like, she even is taking a few weeks off, to make sure that, like, I'm okay, you know, because I still need help with stuff. But it's been really hard, the whole control thing. Yeah, I think I talked about this before I went into surgery. Like, I think my last episode I mentioned something along the lines of, like, wanting to have control over, like, as much of this situation as I could. I guess I still tried when I went to the hospital, and that didn't go very well. And I am still trying here at home to get away with things and do some stuff because, I don't know, like, I feel a lot better now. And P.S., for those of you who, like, may get a hysterectomy or have some sort of stomach surgery, I really recommend getting, like, a binder to wrap around your midsection, because my wife ordered one for me thinking, like, maybe this will help. And it came yesterday, and I put it on, and I feel like a brand new person because I can get up, I can walk, I can do things, I can dress myself, because it keeps everything stable, so that it's helping the healing a little bit better too. And I don't know, it's holding it all in place so I can get up and do things instead of making me nauseous, if that makes sense. I don't know if anything makes sense when it comes out of my mouth, but so that was nice. Also, more water. So they sent me home with like a month's worth of needles. Like, it's stuff I have to, like, to prevent blood clots, I have to, like, stick myself every day at the same time every day, and I ain't fucking doing that. The one day the nurse showed me how to do it, and then the next day she wanted me to do it, so I had to do it. But I told her, FYI, I already got somebody to do this for me when I get out, because, like, I'm not stabbing myself. And so Janice, my next door neighbor, she's the one that has been injecting me every day. So, like, I'll just mosey on over. And again, this is something I don't want to do. I just don't want to do it, but I can't seem to bring myself to stab myself every single day. It just grosses me out. It's a phobia. I can't do it right now. And she's been doing that every day for me. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, because it means so much that, you know, she's willing to have me come over every day for at least a month and stab me. I mean, she might have more fun with that anyways, but she's been great. And so I've been very appreciative of the support. So don't take this the wrong way, but, like, along with the stabbing comes socializing, because Janice is an extrovert. So when I go over every day, I have to plan on staying there for at least 15, 20 minutes while she tells me about random things, and I'm silently screaming inside, like, get me out of here, get me out of here. Like, I just wanted to say, can I just come over every day, lift my shirt, you can stick me with a needle, and then I'll go back home, and then we'll repeat tomorrow. But that's not how things work. That's kind of rude. So I have to socialize now too. And this maybe sound a little bit weird, I don't know, or rude or off or something, but it's at the point now where like I'd rather try to stab myself than continue socializing every day for a month. I'm not even joking. Like I literally might try that tomorrow. I might try, because I know how to do it. I just don't want to do it. It's gross, but I might start doing it to avoid the socializing. Isn't that awful? Does anybody relate to that? Like, Janice she is a nice person. I've talked about her before. She's a sweet lady. She's never done wrong by us. She's always there for us. I have nothing bad to say about her. I just don't like socializing all the time. I really don't like doing it at all, but to have to do it every day. And so every day I'm going over there like, okay, how long am I going to stay here for? Like, what can I say to get me out sooner rather than later this time? You know, like, I'm back to that shit again. So, and I think that's just me trying, hey, I think I could have some control over this situation. So let me see if I can exert any. That's probably what I'm doing too. Doesn't this sound like crazy? It sounds kind of crazy coming out of my mouth. But yes, if you get a surgery, I don't know what I was talking about, but get a binder, because you will be able to get up and do stuff. And I don't like sitting and laying like you had to do in the hospital. Like, I like to get up and putter around and do like random things here and there. And this binder allows me to do that. So that's giving me some sense of control back. But I guess that's just like where I'm at with things. Small update, but also like I don't know if it would have been a good time, or I don't know if it would have been good to have had more time to plan for surgery. Like if they had said, okay, we'll do it in 2 weeks on this day, would that have been better for me, for my mind, and for like planning or something? Or like, was it better just that it was like a last minute surgery and that I didn't have time to overthink things? That was probably the best way to do it. But, my mind doesn't stop. And also I think I did an episode on like how many times I say thank you. This is embarrassing too, but like I was at the hospital. I feel like every time they do something for me, I should say thank you. Like, you bring me the meds I asked for, I say thank you. They come in and they do the vitals every few hours like they're supposed to, I say thank you. Because, hey, like, thank you for doing that. What if something was wrong, Like, thank you for coming back and checking on me and bringing me water. And, like, is that a weird thing to do? Because I don't have a point of reference. Like, I was listening to my roommates. They don't say thank you very much. So, but they weren't rude people. And I could tell when I'm saying thank you too much because, like, other people seem very surprised by it. I don't know how to explain, but they just seem like, oh, not in a bad way, but like, you don't have to say thank you all the time. But yes, I do, because you're taking your time out of your schedule to do something for me. And I just feel like it's rude as fuck to just not say thank you. Again, I still can't figure out if this is an autism thing. But anyways, yeah, I'm on the mend. I'm doing well. I'm getting back into my routines again. I started that today. So I know I'm definitely feeling better and I'm getting back to me. But I think this will be the last like surgery kind of update episode thing. But I did feel like I was okay. Like, I felt good to record. And also, like, I needed to just process out loud, like, how not being able to, like, have as much control as I want has really screwed with me. But it also taught me that it's okay to depend on people, I guess. I don't like doing that, but I realize that it's actually not that bad of a thing and that people genuinely do care, because this will make more sense when I do the family episode. It's like all this stuff I'm experiencing, I've never experienced before, both the good and the bad. I've never experienced it. So like all of this change in just a short amount of time, like it was, what's today? The 15th. Like on October 20th is when they found out what I had in my stomach. That's when I went to the ER. So in 3 weeks, they diagnosed what the issue was and they got me my surgery. And I'm so grateful that it got done that quickly. Also, when I got home that first night from the hospital, I bawled. Like, I had missed my cats, and my oldest cat, he's my baby. And so I get in and I sit in my chair, and he hops up next to me, and I just start fucking crying because I didn't expect to do that. But I think it was just kind of like, I think the whole thing was just really overwhelming for me, and I didn't realize it until I had gotten home. That was also a very strange thing to have. Just, I burst into tears, didn't even feel any of that coming on, but I guess I needed the cry. And yeah, I guess that's it. I feel like I apologize also a lot, but I'm sorry if this didn't make sense or if this was like all over the place, but I'd like to think that some of you out there might be able to relate, because control is a very, very big thing within the autism community, from like my research and shit, and from, what I've heard other people talk about. And so I have to process a lot of things now that my mind's coming back online and my body's coming back online. I have a lot to think about and process through, but I wanted to at least get this out there. I hope it made some sense. I hope it had some relevance. If you're still listening, either you're bored or like maybe it did help in some way. I don't know. But thank you for listening. And yeah, that's all I got. This was just me recording to an app on my phone, hoping people find me and listen and relate, and hopefully have a similar experience to the one I had when I heard myself on somebody else's podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you for the supportive emails, and I will talk to you later. Bye.